if a building is valued, if it's maintained, if it's repurposed, most importantly, if it's never knocked down, if it never becomes redundant, then that is the single most sustainable thing you can do as an architect.
Ben, I just want to quickly get your thoughts on, what Killa Design is doing to adapt to the changes in the marketplace. You're obviously working on some big projects in the UAE, such as the address Jumeirah Gate and the Museum in the Future. What sustainability practices are you putting in place at the minute? Are you changing anything at all?
Well, quite honestly, no. We always seek to make our projects as sort of sensitive to the environmental conditions as they can be, and we kind of consider it just part of good practice to instate those things, whether it be the orientation of a building or a smart kind of MEP system, suitable glazing and facade skin, things like this. But I think where we like to work is on the kind of the buildings that really stand out and that are unique. And the reason why ultimately we think that's a sustainable approach is that if a building is valued, if it's maintained, if it's repurposed, most importantly, if it's never knocked down, if it never becomes redundant, then that is the single most sustainable thing you can do as an architect. And so if you take the kind of the great constructions of the past, they enter into a kind of a cultural realm where they will be maintained and preserved at all costs, even if they move out of the purpose for what they were built. So we still think that aesthetics and beauty and the kind of celebration of the simple eternal aspects of architecture, quality of light, quality of space, something that uplifts the spirit. We like to get involved in those kind of jobs, not just because it's great fun, but we also think it's the right thing to do. There's a great responsibility that comes with wielding vast amounts of material that's extracted from the earth, and there's a great responsibility that comes with filling empty spaces in the earth with buildings. And we really prefer not to do it lightly. We prefer to do that for unique projects that are well deserved. And I suppose we try to shy away from projects that are just buildings rather than architecture, because we have enough buildings on the planet. What we need is more architecture that does the things that I mentioned and that will be maintained for the longest possible time and not ever become redundant structures.